Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today the car that I have for you is a very popular and demanding car for this year. This is the first ever electric Honda and it is in a SUV form. This is the 2025 Honda Prologue, the electric SUV that Honda is selling and getting everyone's attention. This is the Honda's electric one. The second electric car that Honda produced was Acura's. So that was the Acura Jet DX. So two of these cars are now going to take the market to themselves. Because Honda is a Japanese manufacturer that are building cars. It's been a long time there since building cars. So this is an electric car. Why didn't Honda move to electric much earlier? Because Honda wanted to try hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and then go to electric. Honda is not like Rolls-Royce from V12 to straight electric, right? So that's why they took some time, but they produced this car. This car looks nice when you look at it by a person, but if you look at it in a video or a photo, it might not look as nice as it is. In Canadian version, this is the top of the line, the Touring, or if you guys are in America, the top of the line in America is Elite. So this is the Touring version. This is the most expensive Prologue you can get. And today I'm going to show you what this car can provide and what you get after spending so much money. The key is completely different from all the Honda cars. So you have the Honda logo at the front. You have your lock, unlock, remote start, and then your trunk opening and your panic button. Remote start is very confusing because it's an electric car. So how are you gonna know if it turns on or not? But being honest, electric cars are boring, but I would say the Honda Prologue is an efficient SUV to buy. Foot on the brake, turning the car on. And this is with the hazards. This is with the high beam. This is without the high beam. So I'm going to leave the high beam on because there's a new features on these cars. You can't turn on the headlights without it being at night. So you don't have any manual controls for turning them on. So if it wants to turn on, it turns on. If it doesn't want to, it doesn't. So the headlights are pretty nice. You have the DRLs with the hazards. You have the main headlights here. But like I said, you can't turn them on. Side reflectors are here. It illuminates, but as the headlights off, that's why it's not going to do it. And then you have the black trim on the top that all the way goes here. This is closed because it's not an engine under the hood. You don't need the ventilation. Honda's logo, and you have the camera, and then it all the way continues till the other side. If you look at the overall front end of this car, the Touring looks much more better because this part is completely painted and it has parking sensors with front towing hook and your front number plate slot. Because we live in Ontario, we have to put a front number plate. But overall, it looks very good, and it has fog lights too and turning lights at the side as well. That was missing in Honda cars. But overall, this car looks very, very good from the front end, as I would say. It's not the best of the best, but it doesn't look bad like Tesla's. So now, let me show you the car's side profile. For the side profile, if you guys are comparing this car with other cars, I would say this is much more bigger than the CR-V, but it's not as big as the Pilot. It's much more wider than the Pilot, but it's not longer. But overall, it does look good. The Touring version gets the biggest wheels that's possible on the Prologue, and this car has this two-tone wheels that look okay-ish. I wouldn't say it's the best design, but it's actually kind of goes with the car. But what I love is the side panels are painted, because the top of the line of the CR-V didn't even get that, but the Prologue does, so that's good. The front wheels on these cars are pretty good tires because it's Brixtons and it's all season, so you can completely use them until they die. And the front wheels are 275/45 R21s. 21-inch tires, not bad. Multi-link suspension with coil springs. Air suspension could have been added, but it would have got the car's price more high. And air suspension, as you know, isn't that reliable as coil spring suspension. The car does get keyless entry, so I'm going to now show you the charging pace that's right here. So if the car is unlocked, just press here, and then you can charge your car with a fast charger and a home charger. So that's for a home, and that's for a fast. So that's nice. And this is supposed to be a fuel efficient car. So that's why all of the range and the charging stuff is going to be up there. And in Canadian American markets, electric cars are actually in big demands because there's no maintaining, there's no nothing. Just go home, charge next morning, and it's actually quite friendly to the environment as well. The door handles are in black, the window trims are in black, the mirror is in black that has blind spot monitoring and a camera for the 360, but the rear wheels are same as the front. The major difference is the size. The size is same, the major difference are the brakes. The brakes are much smaller at the back and it has multi-link suspension with coil springs, but it has a rear differential locker as well, so you can off-road this car. And the biggest part is it's an all-wheel drive car. So that's much more better in Canadian or American countries, because it snows a lot and all-wheel drive is necessary. The side is pretty good. If we come to the car's back, the rear of the car is much more modernized than the normal Honda vehicles. So it looks much better from the rear, but I'm going to get inside and turn on the tail lights, but I'm going to be facing the same problem because it doesn't let you turn the lights on. So I'm just going to get inside, turn the car on, and then and then I can put the car on first. And that's going to be the maximum what I can do for at least right now. And one more thing, the car's not going to reverse because I have to wear the seatbelt or it's not going to shift to gear. So that's what the reversing light. This is with the brake, and then if I put it back to park, it's going to unrelease the brake. Overall, it does look good from the back as well, but what I'm going to show you now is the most important part of the Prologue, the rear. Because the rear, the tail lights are modernized. Like I said, it's fully LED, hazards are LED, nothing is halogen anymore. So that's good. And it actually looks good too. If it had like a spoiler like a Porsche Cayenne, it would have looked much more better. But you know, in the future, I guess. It says Prologue and Touring, the highest trim for Canadian markets. It says Honda at the center, the number plate slot, and all the way continues till the other side. It says E, that's for electric, and then it says all-wheel drive too. You have the spoiler that's also painted, you have the upper stop brake light, you have a shark fin antenna, you have roof rails. If we come below here, you have parking sensors at the back, and this entire back is painted because it's the Touring model. Overall, it does look good in every shape. This car has a full surround view camera, and then it has parking sensors all around with blind spot monitoring. So it can always notice everything. You can get an optional extra dash cam from Honda, but this car unfortunately doesn't have it. But the Honda Prologue does get a power tailgate, and it has more than 550 liters of storage below the rear headrest. So that's actually good, and you can't even load much over that, right? You get the additional floor mats here because this is a brand new car. But if you want to look at the underfloor storage, you just have your tire repair kit, and then you have the towing hinge and a bit more storage because it's electric. But overall, the car's battery, where is it? It's under the rear seat and in the middle of the car. That's why it doesn't compromise for boot space. I would have liked it has some shiny bits here so it wouldn't scratch the plastic and it looks scratchy in a bit. But whatever Honda does, there's a big reason behind it. They're a big manufacturer. They obviously know more than us. Now, let's get inside the Honda Prologue. But before that, let me talk about the car's powertrain. So now I'm going to get inside and open the hood. One more feature that I want to show you guys is that Honda did. Honda is the BMW of Japanese cars. By that I mean it by this. Once, twice. So you have to pull it twice. That's straight out of a BMW. But what's more cool about why I say Honda is the BMW of Japanese cars is not because it's unreliable. Because Honda cares about performance more than fuel economy. Toyota is the more fuel efficient version, but Honda is the performance vehicle maker. So this car gets two variants, front wheel drive and all wheel drive. The Touring and the other models, the EXL, Sport and the Touring gets all wheel drive, but there's a different version for the two wheel drive that's called the EX. This car is producing 288 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque. All power going to the four wheels by a single-speed transmission. This car gets a range of 452 kilometers in a full charge, and it takes around 7 to 8 hours to charge in a home charger, and it takes around almost 1 hour 30-ish minutes to charge in a supercharger. Whichever is convenient to you, you can use it, and you don't even need that much amount of range, to be honest. who's gonna drive more than 500 kilometer per day? Like nobody. But whoever does that can obviously charge it up again, because in these countries you have chargers everywhere. So that's nice. You have insulation on the top. If you guys come closer, you can see it's a bit empty, but you have the motor, you have the battery, you have all the different stuff. Only one fluid because you don't need anything else. And it obviously has rain sensing wipers. And what's much more nicer is the exterior is very like beefed up. Let's check out the interior. Sitting on the rear seats, I would say the car looks muscled up from the out, but it actually is from the inside. Knee room, headroom is brilliant, and it has a panoramic roof, so that should have eaten up the room, but it actually doesn't. If I open the portion right away, it has a very big panoramic roof that we miss on the CRVs, the Accords, and the Civics on this country. But overall, it's pretty nice. You have all the stuff you need. You have seat pockets, magazine holders, rear AC vent. But as it's a touring model, I think if you add like 4-zone climate control, that would have been better. You have 2 USBs and a actual plug. But I know why Honda doesn't do it, because they don't want to increase the price. Like, they don't want it to go over $100,000, right? So that's why they try to keep everything in a cheaper price, but also provide premium materials on their cars. So it has very nice leather seats. You have an armrest with 2 cup holders. It's pretty good, to be honest. But the question is, would I buy it? I'm going to tell you all about it at the end. But I would say the Honda Prologue isn't available in every dealership. It is in some, and this is one of them. So if I come all the way here, let's start showing you the doors. So first of all, you have your Twitter, you have your door handle, and then you have the soft touch material all the way till the back. Then you have the leather grab handle. This is your window opener. You have a bottle holder and a speaker. And this car does get Bose sound system because this is the Touring, but the EXL gets the normal Honda sound system. So let's get to the front. For the front, let's start by the panoramic roof. So it is a sliding front sunroof. So if you press this, it's going to all the way open, and it actually has decent amount of room while opening this panoramic roof, because a lot of cars do not even open that much. But it's actually pretty nice to have a panoramic roof, because I want a CRV. So it's pretty nice, but I'm going to close the shade as well because it's very hot today, so that's why. But you have the soft touch material all the way to the top. It's a very nice big dash. You have the tweeters all around from Bose, and you have the airbag placement right there. So in overall sense, it's a bang for a buck. You have the gloss black treatment here with closed treatments, but you have the AC vents here, so that's nice. A lockable glove box with decent amount of room. You have the owner's manual right there, so that's kind of cool. It says Honda right there. Then if you come to the seats, full leather seats, heated and ventilated and completely powered. It's very comfortable, trust me. Or it's just I haven't sat in a leather seat. It's been a long time. So pretty much showed you everything, but for the storage areas, there's one here with decent amount of room, and then there's this section. You can move this around, so that's nice. You have a little phone holder here that's wireless charged, and you have a cup holders here, and then you have a very flat treatment here with power outlet and 2 USB-C types. And then if you come here, you can see you have much more storage from this side or this side, and that's going to be pretty much it. Now let's look at the car's tech. One cool thing about this car is when you hop in the car, it actually does a very nice animation for the infotainment and the instrument cluster, but I don't know, whenever I try to show it in the video, it doesn't. But when you turn the car on, you can first notice the big screen. Finally, Honda introduced their big screens, because Honda had the smallest screen from the start, but you need a big screen when you drive in these roads. As this is a demo vehicle, that's why you have to keep on doing that before you go to the actual menu. The infotainment system is much more advanced from the previous Honda systems, because now you can actually use it with like being completely new to the company as well. Like, it's completely easy. You have the vehicle status. So if you go there, you can see the Prologue right there in a very nice color instead of just plain white. I think different colors look much more better than white, because this car is a type of design that doesn't look as good in white. So you can look at the tire pressure monitors, everything's in kPa. Or you can look at the car's energy flow, energy usage, and energy efficiency. Or you can go to your trip. But this car hasn't been used yet, so that's why it doesn't have much of a trip information. But still, the trip 1 and trip 2 shows it has been driven around 21 kilometers. But it is a cool feature to look at your tire pressure monitor, right? You have Google Assistant on this car too, so that's cool. So it's like Siri, but whenever you just press, Google's gonna come to you, or if you just press this, it does the same. So that's nice. But if you go to vehicle status again, if you want to look at a specific tire pressure, so you can just tap this and it's going to show you this, or if you just tap this, it's going to show you the other one. But that's a cool thing. So if you think something's low, you could just quickly go and check. Then you have the Play Store. Then if you go on charging, you can see all of the stuff you want to need. So now it's showing that 100% charge, 443 kilometers, it's going to take 25 minutes in a supercharger. So that's quite cool. A supercharger is much more faster than a fast charger, but it's expensive as well. And then if you look at the cameras, this car gets a 360 camera like I mentioned. So this is for the front and for the back. This is for the up view for the front and the back. These are the side views, so the rear wheels and the front wheels. So that's for the rear, this is for the front, so you can see those beautiful rims turn. And if you want, you can turn adaptive guidelines on or off. That depends on you completely. But yeah, it's nice, it's cool, not bad. Then you have settings. If you go on settings, you can control a lot of stuff for the connection, vehicle, app, fix the date and time, display, sound, and then you can also control the entire Bose sound system. So that's cool. Ambient lighting is necessary for 2024, and this car does has it with a bit of colors, but as it's daylight, you can't see it much. And the biggest advantage is you can do everything from the app. If you go on the climate, you can do it completely digitally, or you can use these manual ones that are placed right here. So that's nice. This is kind of rubbery feeling, but it doesn't have that premium sound anymore like the other variants do. This is for auto, front, rear, windshield heaters, wind speed, no outside air coming inside, AC on, heat, ventilated seats for the front, like I mentioned, heated seats are there as well, but everything can be controlled from the screen. Very cool. You have Wi-Fi hotspot, audio, maps, phone, controls, link. You can also listen to podcasts and news from Google. Pretty cool. You can also connect your Bluetooth from here and use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. That's nice. If you go on top, this is your rear view mirror that's auto dimmed. Then you have some buttons here for your safety and your emergency, and this is for the hazards. You have some light placements here. This for tilting, opening, sliding, and the vanity mirrors are cool. It has lights as well. Then if we come to the steering is tilt and telescopic, but it's manual for saving weight. But I don't know why that matters either. But you have some controls here for the digital instrument cluster. You have some controls here for your cruise control. This is for your car's high beam or hazards, or you can use the blast for the windshield wipers. And on this side is the gear knob like Mercedes-Benz. So it's kind of cool. Now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. So whenever you turn the car on, before you do that, you can get this screen. So this shows you the battery percentage and the range that you have, and it shows you the total kilometers. After that, when you turn the car on, it completely switches to this, and then it turns on. As this is a demo car, that's why it has all those warnings, but your actual car wouldn't have them. But what's cool is the navigation system isn't provided from Honda. It's actually provided from Google. So that's why you have Google Maps integrated everywhere. So that's nice. You don't even need Wi-Fi for that. You have free Google Maps. So if you want to search something, you can do that. You can have your maps right here and then drive. You can have media there, your speed, and then your foot receiver is there, so how much speed you're going. It's cool. And if you want to put it in sports mode, it just turns this on for sports, and that's for normal. That's pretty much it. It's pretty cool. But the gear knobs are here like I mentioned. So for drive, neutral, and then for reverse, and then for park, just press this button. Everything about it is not that boring and not that muscular. It's actually not bad driving a Prologue in 2024. So now I'm going to show you the car's doors. So before we turn everything off, we can just press this button and then everything slowly turns off, and then I can exit the car and I can show you the door. And this car also gets a heads-up display if you guys didn't know, but it's pretty simple. It just shows you the speed, that's it. But what's more cool about it is when you come to the car's door, the sound insulation on these cars are so good. As it's a demo car, that's why it has some flaws. But you have leather all around, you have your AC vents with gloss black trim, this for your parking brake, sports mode, lane keep assist, auto hold, and the brightness for the instrument cluster. Then you have your death pedal, brake pedal, and your gas pedal, and this is for opening the car's hood. You have the seat controls here, like I mentioned before. Both of the seats are powered, and then when you come to the car's door, you have your memory seats, lock, unlock, opening the door. You have gloss black treatment where your ambient lighting is, then you have your leather, your gloss black again. Little storage area for your bottles, but you have your speaker here, and there's a button located here for opening the boot. And all of the windows are completely powered, and it's auto one touch, so that's nice. And then you have a button here for controlling the exterior mirrors. That's going to be pretty much it for today's video. So if you guys like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Thank you to Number 7 Honda for providing this car to me. Whenever I come here, they always give me the latest cars they have, and they had the touring version of the Prologue, so I came and reviewed it. Why not? This car pretty much looks like a Range Rover Evoque first generation, right? Let me know in the comment section. Be connected with all my social medias, that's going to be in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay home. Good luck to everybody who wants to buy the Prologue. It's a very good car, completely electric, but a little too pricey. If you want the car, Honda Canada, a lot of dealerships have it, especially Number 7 Honda. So come here, visit them, and then get your new car. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.